what exactly is our purpose on earth as young people? God has called us each to do a specific task. He has called us for a specific purpose. It is time for us to accept that purpose, and it's time for us to accept that challenge, and it's time for us to accept the mission that Christ has given us. It's time for us to proclaim the kingdom of God without any hindrance and with all boldness. God has called you to be bold. Let us be bold for Him. Welcome to the Outtakes. All right, so today we are talking about another very youth-relevant and interesting topic, mental illness. It's something that has come up more so in our society now, and more young people are becoming more affected by it. And today we brought our very first expert, Dr. Neil Nedley. He is a doctor, and he does this. You could introduce him.
This is Dr. Neil Nedley. He's president of Weimar Institute. He's also been dealing with mental health illnesses for over 20 years. He runs a depression recovery program, and there's 4 programs a year, and all you have to do is sign up through a website called nedleyhealthsolutions.com. You can call if you're interested. We'll put the link in the explanation of this video. So if you are interested with, there's also products on health-orientated material and mental health-orientated material, and also stuff for the depression recovery program. But we're gonna just ask some questions, and if you do have questions, you can comment in the video section below. But our first question is, what are some mental illnesses that young people struggle with on a daily basis that you've seen when treating mental illnesses?
Well, the most common are depression and anxiety. It's pretty significant. And a lot of people, over half of people that have it, don't even recognize that they have it.
Yeah.
It's not normal to wake up in the morning not interested and excited about the day. And when that happens the majority of the time, that's one of the hallmark symptoms of depression. It's not normal to feel sad or empty the majority of the time. It's not normal to be irritated a lot. And it's not normal to have problems sleeping or early morning awakening or wanting to sleep too much. Those are common symptoms of depression. And of course the list goes on. It can get so severe that you have feelings of worthlessness. You can have morbid thoughts. That's where you are preoccupied with death or symbols of death, or even thinking that maybe you'd be better off dead. That's indicating quite a bit of severity in regards to depression. That's when you really need to get help. In fact, if you have any of those symptoms, it's good to actually do what you can to reverse those, because there are some simple lifestyle things that you can do to help yourself out.
Right. So what would you say would be a good way to kind of prevent yourself from getting to that point of mental illness?
Well, one of the simplest things is to actually get on a regular exercise program and stay on it.
Right.
Be religious in regards to aerobic exercise every day, and do it for up to an hour. In fact, studies show if you already have depression, you really should be doing it an hour every day. It works better than medicine for depression and a lot less side effects. And becoming fit is key number one.
Yeah. One of our first videos was about purpose, and you brought up some points in that video about how a lot of young people become depressed when they don't have a purpose. Would you say that that's true, that you should have having a purpose helps you deal with depression?
It does, a great deal. And so, having worthy goals is important. But a lot of depressed people actually no longer have a sense of purpose because they've not been able to achieve the goals that they previously had, sometimes because of their depression. And so when I talk to the typical young person that's depressed, I'll ask them about their goals, and they'll say, I don't have any goals. And so I'll ask them, what did your goals used to be until you figured out that you couldn't achieve them? And then they'll start talking about what their goals used to be, and many of those goals are actually worthwhile goals. That if we get them on a program to improve their brain function, they're actually still achievable. But they just don't realize it. They think that they're no longer capable of achieving those goals.
So if I'm a person who has some mental illnesses, is there hope for me to be able to get out of these? And if there is, like, what can I do to, regain health again?
Absolutely, there's hope. In fact, depression and anxiety should never be tolerated as a lifelong illness. And the sooner you get out of it, the better you're going to be. The better your financial condition is going to be, the better your relationships are going to be, the better your academics are going to be. You'll regain that sense of purpose. And so I would encourage you, a great way to start would be the home-based version. We have a home-based version of a DVD workbook series that can work you through all of this and coach you through it. Or even better yet, if you come to an 8-week program, many churches and community health centers are running our 8-week program, once a week for 8 weeks, or just 2 hours a week for 8 weeks. And you can get on the pathway of actually completely reversing anxiety and depression.
Right. Well, we hope that has helped you if you are worried about mental illness, or if you're worried about somebody with mental illness. We hope that this helped you. We'll put a link to Dr. Neil Knightley's website in the description below, so you can find more information about it. I want to thank Dr. Knightley for helping us out with this and coming on and talking about mental illness. And we want to encourage you to like our Facebook page, visit our website at theaudax.com, our Instagram, our Twitter, and whatnot, and just all that fun stuff. So we'll see you next week.